and welcome to the next video. We're going to be looking at the apps for phone and tablets. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off with the Fibaro native app. I'll start off with the phone version and then I'll move on to the tablet version straight after. The reason is because the Fibaro app is actually slightly different on both platforms. Because of the limited screen size on a phone, they've done a little bit different design. Here we see the app on the phone, the Android phone version. The version for the iOS is exactly the same, and depending on the screen size will depend on the icon spacing, etc. But on the whole, it's exactly the same. So as you can see, we've got the layout of the icons, and you can click directly into the different sections. So lighting, climate, anything to do with temperature sensors, blind control, or you can go directly into the different rooms. If you swipe across, motion sensors, anything that you've identified as other device. If you think back to when we allocate devices, that then goes into equipment. You can see that the door window sensors are shaded out. It's because we don't have any door window sensors installed in this property, so therefore it is dimmed out. Unless I allocated one of the other sensors as a door window, then that would appear. So this way it's like the quick access to the different type of modules that we have installed in the property. Click on rooms, and at the top it's all, or we can just go for ground floor, first floor, and swipe across to the different designs that we've done. That's straightforward. Or we just click back on all. In all of these, you can actually see the different rooms. The blues are little icons which shows that the curtains or blinds are open. The green, which shows one of the sensors has actually been breached. So I have a sensor which tells me when my heating is switched on, so that's why it's green, to show it's been activated. A yellow, top right hand corner, yellow icon shows if there's a light on in a particular room, and top left will tell you the temperature of that room. So it's at a quick glance you can see all the different things without actually having to go inside the rooms. So if we go back to utility room, so we can see that the lights are off, the switches are off. These are the water heating switch and then overrider for the heating. And I've got sensors to show when the water's activated. So in this case, the heating has been switched on in the property, and therefore it shows that it's on. Cursor up, again, temperature probes on the water tank to give you temperature readings. And solar thermal, solar export will just let us know when the those particular sensors have been tripped, i.e. solar thermal is working or solar export is working. So if you click on cinema room, again you can do quick access to all the ground floors at the top, and that just tells you what each thing is switched on and off, and you can actually control everything from here as well. So that's just the basic outline of the Fibaro app, and now we're going to move over to the tablet version.
Right, we're now back and we're going to look at the tablet version. I'm going to use the iPad mini as my example, as it is a wall mounted at the moment, so it's straightforward, easy to do. So first things first, if we click on the app, it opens up the Fibaro app. Straight away you'll be able to see that the interface is different compared to the phone. You've got a nice big weather display, and temperature, time, date, etc. is all there. This little graph here you can see is the energy consumption for all those modules that have got energy monitoring built into it. It shows you how much energy is being currently utilized. Here at the bottom we've got the shortcuts for the different things, and these are all customizable, so we can add in whatever we wanted here. Say for example we want to add in a a light switch. So we can just add in light switches here. So let's do another example. There. Just click there. So I've added in a couple of shortcuts which are customizable. That's about the only thing that's actually customizable. So we can just press the button here and it turns the light on, or it turns the light off. I don't know if the camera's picked that up because we are filming in daylight. And if it's a dimmable module, such as the cinema dimmer, we can just slide the bar and it will do the same thing, and we can set the different levels from here, and just simple on and off as well by pressing the relevant buttons. At the top again you can see we have the light icon, temperature, scenes, blinds, curtains and alarm system, so it can tell you whether the alarm is on or off at a glance, any scenes are running. We've got a bit of a message as well, so I'll quickly check that. If you click on home, that then gives you a list of all the different sections, and again it's very similar. It can then go to all the different rooms. Like you can see, it actually splits them up into ground first, all in a list on the left side, and on the right hand side it tells you what's what. So we can quickly go to individual rooms and it'll tell you everything in that room, temperature wise, all the devices on the right hand side, and again a couple of shortcuts here which are all customizable, and a little bit of an event log that's all built in. So from that basis, this app is good. You don't have to keep logging into computer to do event checking or log checking. Quick press of a button and it takes us back to the home page as well. Quick access from the bottom. Click on that, it switches round to the event history with this. Everything is logged, so what's on, what's not on. I'm pressing that again, takes us to the cameras and things like that, temperature and devices, what's been used and what's not been used. So we'll just click on back there and home again, back to home again. So it is a little bit limited. There is useful information on here, but there is always a but, and there is another app that I prefer to use, which is which I believe is a little bit better, as it can do, it's more customizable, and that is the Imperihome app. It's an app that you can get from the App Store. There is a trial version, and then you can buy the paid for version, and this one is you can customize everything. So this is what's called a dashboard view. The default view is what's called list view. In the list view you have all the rooms listed, and then you can just keep swiping through all the different rooms. Now as a list view it's okay if you know what you want quickly, you can just go swipe through the different rooms and get there, but to make it more user friendly we're going to create and we use what's called a dashboard view. The dashboard view is a customizable view, and you set your layout. So I chose this particular layout, and in there I've added a camera pointed to my front door, and then you can see straight away who's at your door before you open it. A couple of icons here to let you know if the house is alarmed or not, so the kids know when to turn it off rather than walking into the rooms and activating it. And of course temperature sensors and little icons here to show them when some systems are running. Swipe across to the next page, and we've created a 20 grid, which means we can create 20 switches or 20 actions. And again we've got time display, dimmers, spotlights, or any of these pluses you can just click on and add in whatever you want. So as an example, that, and it's a device widget, and then we can go on to, we'll search, let's do search, and let's say hall, and let's minimize that, so hall one light. Then it gives you different options. Do you just want a simple on-off switch? Do you want to pulse it? Do you want a widget only which shows the status so you can't do anything? Or we can toggle it. So I just choose that, and there, it's done. Press a button, lights on, and because it's a power monitoring module, it actually shows you the little wattage at the bottom, what is being used, so it gives you a bit of indication as well. So press it again, and it turns off. So I've only set 2 pages at the moment on this particular one, but it gives you an idea of how you can customize it with all the different things, different widgets and different designs.